Recovering from a traumatic injury or illness is a long, hard road, and sometimes patients just fall through the cracks. At Mount Washington Pediatric Hospital, they track the progress of everybody who comes through their front door. And a new program is helping patients who need a little extra independence. In Focus reporter Catherine Hawley tells us the story.
That's what I like about you.
17s and young adults on an 8-day trip to Park City, Utah. It's the perfect winter getaway, but this group was also out west to learn valuable lessons. Every person who made the journey has been a patient at Mount Washington Pediatric Hospital.
They all had some type of brain injury, whether it was a tumor, a stroke, or a traumatic brain injury. And then on top of that, many of them had a lot of internal things going on.
Each one hand-selected to take part in a new program called Abilities Adventures, and this was its inaugural event to the National Ability Center. Mount Washington Pediatrics tracks every patient who comes through the door and noticed some were struggling physically and mentally after being discharged. They survived their injuries, but many didn't feel like they were really living. So with the help of the hospital's foundation, McDonough developed Abilities Adventures.
Our goal was to rein these kids in that could be really struggling and find a way to help them progress more in their communities, be more involved in their communities, connect with each other, gain some confidence, and teach them how to adapt their lives so that they can be more successful.
Ava!
14-year-old Ava Conklin was on the trip. She says all of the activities pushed her to grow and gain confidence.
They made me more independent with everything. Like I was going to the bathroom on my own and getting to bed on my own.
When Ava was 8 years old, doctors discovered a large tumor on her brain. She underwent surgery to have it removed, but then contracted meningitis and suffered 13 strokes while in a medically induced coma. The little girl woke up and could only blink her eyes.
1 for yes, 2 for no.
She spent 5 months in the hospital and went through intense therapy, relearning how to eat, speak, and walk. The 8th grader has made amazing progress over the last 6 years and had goals of her own while visiting Utah.
I was really hoping to walk independently by myself on this trip, but I'm getting closer and closer to doing that.
Determination you can see with each step she takes, and exactly the kind of self-sufficiency and self-worth Abilities Adventures is aiming for.
Here comes Ava! Woo! Woo, woo!
And so we taught these kids the skills to learn how to adapt things on their own so that they don't feel limited when they go home and they go out with their friends or they go on vacation with their families.
Catherine Hawley, ABC 2 News.
Abilities Adventures is planning another trip out to Utah with a new group of participants this summer. But there will also be events locally. If you want to help support Abilities Adventures, we put it all on our website, abc2news.com.